Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an AMX-13F3AM. It's the Tier 6 French SPG. This one's located on the northwest spawn of Fjords, and it's under the command of Gary Halliwell and Philo. Now he's got a 155mm howitzer and a reload time somewhere in the region of 23 seconds. Game started. Actually, it's 26.92. Slightly longer than I thought, but he's not using premium consumables. That certainly does reduce the reload time and speeds up the crew, increases the accuracy as well to a certain extent. And Gary's going over to an unusual spot. Now, I don't often see RT going to this spot to shoot from, but from here you actually do get good shots into the valley on the eastern pass, and also you can shoot to the south if the enemy makes its way through, and it appears he can actually shoot also onto the peninsula, which is actually quite useful for counter battery, and that's what Gary is doing straight away. Now, a little trick here that I can tell you, a little tip. RT players tend to do counter battery from God's view, which is looking straight down, and when they do this they also sometimes press the V key to switch off all visual aids, and that helps to distinguish the tracer from the RT when they fire. Okay, we've got an AMD 178B in the eastern pass. Of course, you probably noticed it's in the Mario Kart colours. Yes, that was a skin that was created by Jazzy. She also does one for Luigi, Mario and Luigi. So you can choose which one you want to have on your AMDs. But yes, it's a pretty amazing skin, that one. It's very funny, actually. It has some great replays from the AMD 178B, including a Kolobanov one. No more sighting of that AMD, but there are some enemy tanks to the south, and I think Gary is focusing too much on this AMD at the moment. He maybe needs... Oh! Tree went down. That's an indication somebody is there. Right at the entrance there. He's behind those trees. We fire around in, and that would certainly waken up that AMD. Yes, there he is. And the Cromwell's seen him, but the Cromwell's firing at the T-52, not the AMD. And we're still following the T-52. Reload proceeding. Now, this RT will do 700 alpha and penetrates up to 39mm. And there towards the south, we've got our opposition. That's an AMX-13F3AM as well. There's 3 enemy RTs. They've also got 2 Hummels. We fired around at him, and he's got a kill shot. He wiped him out. He went out into the open. He was spotted, and if you're spotted as an RT, that can very much limit your life. Okay, so there's still those 2 Hummels as well. We've lost one of our RTs. Oh, we knocked a tree down as well. One of our RTs was an M44, but he got taken out. Now, T-52, that one that was in the valley, he's coming this way. We fire around in, but unfortunately it misses. We've knocked the tree down for cover, actually, more than anything. But we're going to have to pop behind this rock to avoid that that enemy spotting us. In fact, there's 2 of them now, a P-43 Biz. We've got an Excalibur, and of course our Hummel is just across the road. The Excalibur's engaging those tanks, but just took some damage. Now, we're 1 tank down on the enemy, but the enemy is in our area. Oh, what a kill shot there! T-52 taken out of the game. And I don't think the P-43 Biz saw where we were. And Gary was far enough back from the bush to use the bush mechanic on him. Unfortunately, we did lose the Hummel because he fired at the same time, and the P-43 Biz did see that. But I'm pretty sure Gary should be able to get a shot into that P-43 the moment he's sighted again. He's reloaded. He's dialing in. The OI's moving forward. There he is. Kill shot. Yes! Beautifully done. Straight in the face. Very nicely done indeed by Gary. That's his 3rd kill. There's still 6 enemy tanks out there, and well, the enemy's 2 up on them at the moment. I think Gary is going to change. Yeah, he's changing positions, and oh, we picked the wrong moment to do it, unfortunately, because the Jackson's come into sight, and the Jackson did see him. And I don't think he has Sixth Sense, because I didn't see the Sixth Sense go off, but he's dialing in on Jackson, fires around after an auto-aim, and gets 238 hit points. Now, the enemy arty must be aware of him by now. Okay, we've locked onto the target again. But we're going to have to stay here for another 10 seconds whilst we wait for the reload. Okay, pull back enough to shoot, but we've lost the target. OI will spot him again for us. We're loaded. Just need that sighting. There's the Jackson. We locked on. Oh no, he didn't allow it enough time to lock on before he shot. Now, thankfully, he hasn't been counter-batteried, and I think the reason for that might be that that mountain's in the way. The enemy RT is probably on the peninsula, and that's why they can't get at him. The Jackson's low on hit points, and he's been killed. Okay, we've got a Hellcat coming up from the south. There he is. Ideally, we want to get behind a rock and shoot over the top of it, but let's see if we can get that Hellcat. He's low on hit points. He could be a splash kill. Oh, we missed him. Oh dear. It was a difficult shot because he was moving. Now, the AMX-13 F3AM is actually based on the hull of the AMX 13-ton tank. Another use, and the French did sell a lot of them. They're very popular around the world. Ready to shoot. Another direct hit and another kill. That's 4 kills now for Gary Halliwell. He's having a good game. And it's now an OI and an AMX-13 F3 versus a Hellcat and 2 Hummels. And remember, that Hellcat has taken damage. The OI's taken damage as well. He's only got 31%. But of course, Gary is still 100% health, because nobody's touched him yet. Oh, and they tried. That was around from one of the Hummels. Now, both of the Hummels have got 2 kills. So they have been active. But I think they are having difficulty trying to get shots on Gary. And they anticipated Gary would be still in the same position, hiding behind the rock. But of course, he's moved. He's no longer there. He redeployed, and that means that he is still able to fight. And I don't think they know where he's gone to. So they might start guessing, but more than likely they'll hold on to their fire until they have a positive sighting. And there's the Hellcat. He is a one-shot. Going for the auto-aim. Dialing in. Oh, yes! And this gives him a real chance of winning, but he's going to have to move because the RT would have been focused on that area. The closer he gets to this rock face, the more likely he's going to survive, because those Hummels won't be able to shoot over that rock. It's very, very difficult. But he's reloading. He's got 5 kills now. Genuine chance of a Top Gun, but he might have to shotgun one of those Hummels to get it. Now, the Hummel's a tier 6 German SPG, 15 centimeter gun. Similar alpha damage. About the same reload time as well, but it's got a limited amount of ammunition. So I'd be surprised if those Hummels have that many rounds left. Oh, he's found one of them! And he's got him by the ass! Now, if he can drive up behind him and shotgun him in the ass, that would be his Top Gun. And the Hummel's trying to turn. It's too late. Yes! Beautiful Top Gun. Right into him whilst driving. Brilliant game there. Now, where is that other Hummel? Gary wants his last kill. You see, tank drivers don't appreciate the fun that RT drivers do have with this. And there he is. We found him. And he's signed onto us. He's basically ignoring us. Here we go. Shotgun again. Oh, we're going to drive past him. Because we can outturn him. And there you go. That's a win. What a way to end a battle. Well done, Gary. let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's an ace tanker for Gary Halliwell of Philo in the AMX-13 F3 AM. He got a counter battery medal because he took out all 3 of the enemy RT in that game. He took out the AMX-13 F3 AM of the enemy team. Then he took out both Hummels, one after the other, both with shotguns. And a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He managed to get 19. And finally, a Top Gun. He got 7 kills in total. There wasn't enough enemy to give him Radley Walters, but I'm sure he would have got it if he had the chance. And his win 8 for the game was 4,256, which is Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, there you go. Look at that. Right at the top of the column. 1,768 hit points of damage. Sadly, it's not enough for a high caliber. He's missing out on the high caliber, I think, because it's not 20% of the enemy hit pool in total. But it's still a very good total, and it is top of the column. And he also managed to get the highest number of kills, 7. The highest that the enemy managed to get was that P-43 Biz that he shotgunned or killed nearby his own cap. 3 kills went to him, and then there's a bunch of tanks who managed to get 2 kills apiece, including the KV-2, the 88, the Type 64, and on the enemy team, the Hummel, the Hellcat, the other Hummel, and the KV-85. When it came to base XP, though, he was top of the table again, and this is an ace tanker score, 1,076 base XP, 662 to the KV-2, which just shows how much Gary performed over the top of them, and 588 goes to the 88. He fired 12 rounds of 155mm ammunition. He got 7 direct hits and 2 penetrations and 6 splash. Damage of 1,768 hit points, of which 417 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see that the vast majority, over 1,300 hit points, was at close range. He managed to spot 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 7 of them, and caused 1 stun, but got no stun assist off it. On a premium count, he earned 41,408 credits from that game, and after ammunition resupply, and the ammo is fairly cheap, he took away 29,408 credits. He received 1 bond for getting the Top Gun, and he also picked up 1,614 XP, times 4 for the first victory of the day, and also got a reward for completing the mission of 3,228 experience points, so his grand total came to 9,684. So, great battle there by Gary. Thank you so much for sending in this replay so we can actually show it to everyone. It really was enjoyable. If you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We get great replays like this all the time. And the arty ones, some of them like this, are absolutely fantastic. In fact, you see players like Gary carrying their team at the end because they took out so many of the enemy. So, thanks very much for watching this video.